Oh my fucking, you guys can't hear me. I was talking this whole time. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I forgot to add myself into this. There we go. Yeah, so I saw out of the computer, the corner of my eye that long story. My computer needs updates, multiple updates. I have been putting it off. Every night around this time, well, actually, it's like every 6 hours. This little tab pops up saying you're like restart now or postpone it. And if I don't click, do it later within 60 seconds, my computer will restart. For whatever reason, all the times that I go to sleep and I'm not by my computer, for whatever reason, it doesn't just restart then and do it when I'm not currently using my computer for whatever fucking reason. Technology hates me. But, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, so I just leaned over to click, do it later, and I accidentally clicked restart now. And I am actually really surprised that it ended the stream, because usually even if your computer fucks up, StreamYard still stays up. So there was hope, but I guess not. But I'm back. Thanks everyone for popping up back. Update and restart. Yeah, I clicked that button. But and I laid down on the floor while I waited for my computer to get back on, because my stomach hurts so freaking bad. I can't sleep on my stomach, and I definitely should not be leaning into this table where my tummy is. I need to get the chair. I have like some stuff on my stool right now because I was moving things around last night. But yeah. Oh, my tummy hurts. Okay, let's do part take live again. Take 2. Why am I not spelling anything right? I begin. Take 2. Here we go. Trying to get your tag, Mostaverse. There we go. All right. Here we go. So I'm tweeting this out because I realized I didn't post these in the community tabs either. Let me go over here. I did pause the stream though, so you guys won't miss it. Let's see. Some of us thought you had just burst an appendix or something. Surprisingly, I still have my appendix. No, it's weird. Like, pressure on my stomach is just sensitive. Like I said, I can't even sleep on my stomach, or else I'm just in pain all day. But I was drinking a lot last night because it was the Jack show, so I think that that's just not making me feel too good. But you know what? I'm gonna power through it. I think I'll be fine for the most part. I just don't feel very good right now. I think once, because I ate before I did this stream, I think once like my tummy processes like all of my food and whatnot, I'll feel a little bit better. But yeah, it's just, I think drinking, and then I don't know if I slept on my stomach. I slept so hard, I knocked out. But yeah, I'm just this update thing is just driving me crazy, to be honest with you guys. Copy. I'm gonna post this on my art thing. There we go. Alcohol always makes you feel worse. No doubt. Let's see. You don't have to if you don't want to. No, I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna be fine, because once I get through this painting, I'll be like in the zone. I actually was planning on like painting all night. I was gonna get back to my Alice in Wonderland painting after this. So don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Let me mute myself on here. Let's go into the studio. Create post. I think I need to drink more liquid that's not alcohol. I have my juice right there, like my Mio water. So I'm gonna drink that in a moment. I just need to chug it, I guess. Okay. Sorry, I'm posting this everywhere, so that way I have it archived. There you go. Alrighty, let's go back into Creator Studio. Oh, Russell, thanks for that. Oh, hey, you're back. How's the explosive diarrhea? I wouldn't know. I wish that were the problem. At least I would be able to get that fixed and not have to deal with it. No, computer. It doesn't seem to matter how many times I update my computer. I always need a new one. But thanks, Russell, for the $2. Nina, thanks for the super chat. What does MX stand for? Is that Mexican pesos? Is that what they do now? Because you're in Mexico, right? Thanks for the super chat, girl. We need to hang out soon. Miss you. I miss your crazy. I'll never forget the puppet show. Belle. Fuck that bitch, Belle. Dude, I've been meaning to make a video. That was like an hour long. That was like 2 hours where I just ranted to you about how Belle is a fucking gold digger. She really is. I need to make that video one day. One day I'll get around to it. Yeah, I saw you were on Drugs Channel the other night. I would have popped on. Oh, why am I yawning? Why am I yawning? Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I wanted to pop on. You guys seem like you're having fun, but it's hard to like contact Drunk outside of Twitter. Well, now his manager is back on Twitter. Excuse me, but yeah, totally. Okay. There we go. I think I got everything up. All right, cool. Let me move some of this stuff off of let me get this back open. Oh shit, did I just exit out of Ethan's live? God damn it, I did. No, I'm going to lose my spot. They see me. I did lose my spot. Gosh dang it. Okay, what was the last thing you guys heard? Let's see.
But your issue though is this is a very small thing. I agree with you. You're right.
I don't know. What was the last thing you guys heard them talking about? Let me get my stool so I'm not leaning into my tummy. Peaches was like, this is our kitchen table stool. Let's see. Ethan was about to come. Oh gosh. Let's see. Oh, the Mike S. Miller. Okay.
Everybody gets to purse or nobody gets to purse.
Where was I at?
That's the thing with you though, is it's not like it's not apples to apples here. Like on Twitter this week and in our DMs and whatnot, I'm just supposed to be
okay, we were a little further ahead of this. Talking about Mike, right?
Donald Trump was elected president. I wore my MAGA hat and said, our guy won on Twitter, and I got attacked and driven out of DC.
Let me get my
So the last issue that you did for DC was in June of 2018. Almost 3 years, 2 years and some change since Trump was elected president. Right. So did nothing else happen in between that? It was just the fact that you tweeted that you have a MAGA hat on and your guy won?
We're a little bit further than this. Oh, I gotta pull up the picture. Oh, shit. No! What did I click? Gosh damn it. Ah!
And that actually was the only thing he said.
Right here? We'll find out.
What can I do other than just let people know that I'm a man and have to tell people that you can stop. I'm an EM. You can stop using gay as a pejorative. No, I can't. That'd be helpful. No. Taylor, stop asking.
What a sensitive dude.
Up on it. No, they just go, yeah, you got your pronouns in your body.
Well, we'll wait for that to update.
That's what they do. They don't go, you're an idiot. They go, I'm not going to listen to you because you're clearly an SJW. Yes. Ethan, please. These commentators these past few weeks for me, they were so kind and cordial. They said, I'm going to ignore you, Taylor. You put your pronouns in I'm going to just ignore you. What did they say? Let me see some of the stuff they said. Just go through my Twitter thing. You made a comment about wanting to pee in my mouth on live on air, and people took that and ran with it, saying you're going to give me a golden shower, you're going to wash me over with your piss and urine. You should change your name to Ether Van Skyver. Wait, what was that one? Ether Van Skyver? Yeah, but you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself if you think comic skaters are innocent and don't attack people on Twitter. for stupid things like having your pronouns in your Twitter bio. If that bothers you,
they're so sensitive about people calling them out for that.
To the people who insisted that Gina Carano put her pronouns in hers, I would have said, leave her alone. If it bothers you, ignore her. They couldn't. But so the people who do that are people who are forcing other people to do it too. And then they're calling them bad people. You're not a good person if you don't put your pronouns in your
Are you excited to watch G.I. Joe movie?
It's Soy Boy.
I don't know anything about G.I. Joe, and I don't really care about G.I. Joe, to be honest with you.
You know what the stereotypical caricature of a homosexual is? Yes, I know what the stereotypical homosexual is, but that's just not what homosexuals actually sound like in my experience. I just want to make sure that when you're doing that list, you're not making fun of. How could I? No, I'm making fun of weak men. Okay. Gay men don't sound like that. Not that I've heard. I'm glad to hear that. Even though you still use the word gay. How dare you? You're calling Mariko Tamaki fat and ugly. You're saying that
did we listen to this part?
Sound like this. They don't.
Did we listen to this guy?
You're using gay as pejorative, but that's not. Yeah, it doesn't mean. Yeah, but it means something else. And they took that word too. Frankly, they took that word. Yes, gay didn't used to mean that. It used to mean fun. It used to mean happy. You using it as a pejorative, is you still using that original definition? Who cares, Taylor? Words people use.
Yeah, we listen to this. Yeah, we were at the Micah Smell part. I don't know where that is.
I don't need to read any more things on this channel. But this was your response. As I read, I know it sounds hypocritical. They came out with these completely gay statements. You used gay again. They speak in vulgarities. That's all they do. And this is hilarious to me that you said that. And then your very next line, comics chose Bill Sienkiewicz. Because that was in his wording. He said, I didn't choose comics chose me. So if they speak in vulgarities, that's all they do. Comics chose Bill Sienkiewicz to be their spokesperson. That means I only have one person to shove it up their ass. I only have one person to tell to shove it up their ass.
Do we listen to this part?
Dumb people think they're brilliant. Dumb people think everyone around them are retarded. They are retards. That is fucking stupid. Bill Sienkiewicz is retarded.
Did we listen to this part?
That's all they do, SJWs. They speak in vulgarities. Well, what do, Ethan? Using the F slur?
Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, I'm listening to Ethan's debate with, an SJW guy. Let's see. If you guys were on the last one, did you guys hear this part? No? Okay, I'm just going to play it from here, and we'll see if I remember any of this.
Using gay as a pejorative. I don't know if you know this, but that word right there, the R slur, is a pejorative. Do you not speak in vulgarities too? That's my issue is with these. You always
Is this guy sensitive because he has a lisp?
That you do. Exactly. We got to move on from that topic. I'm sorry. I'll tell you why off the air. We got to move on from that topic. Thank you. From the topic of you using quotes. Okay, using vulgarities. Okay. Yeah, I use vulgarities when I'm angry. They use vulgarities casually.
I think we are past this part.
Come on, Ethan. Well, don't try to spin that. They use it casually. How do you know that they're not using it angrily? You're reading tweets. Come on now. Don't do that.
This guy already did that multiple times in this thing.
You're better than that. It's okay for me to use them because I'm angry, but they're just using it. I don't care. Taylor, you're right. I don't care. That's stupid. This is a dumb. Who gets to curse and who doesn't get to curse? Who cares? But that's what your issue though is. This is a very small thing. I agree with you. You're right. Everybody gets to curse or nobody gets to curse.
Ethan's doing that thing when you're arguing with an idiot and you just tell them that you're right, and then they just, it's a meme. Ethan's tweeted about it before, and he's like, this actually works. We're all going to witness it work right now.
That's the thing with you, though, is it's not like it's not apples to apples here. Like on Twitter this week in our DMs and whatnot, you kept saying, insults are fair game, it's trash talk.
Oh, we listen to this part.
What if I don't feel that way? What if I'm not into insulting you, but
we listen to this part.
So, your time at... So you talk about how you were canceled from DC, right?
Listen to this. I think I'm a little, further.
2016. It's not that the comics themselves shouldn't be political. That's not the biggest problem. It's the corporate characters, the corporate message shouldn't be one-sided. Kelly Sue DeConnick did a book called Bitch Planet. It's her book.
Yeah, we listened to this part.
Yeah. Well, look, they hacked into my Peloton. It's none of their business.
This is where we were, weren't we?
They hacked into it. But why can't you be the more mature man then? And just make your comics, build your empire, and not attack other people. Just say, like, you guys make sucky comics. Look at the great comics we're making. And we're laughing ourselves to the bank. That's what we're doing. But you still attack other creators and comics. And it's all this negativity, negative energy you're bringing towards Comicsgate, by the way. I know that you feel that way. And I know that they feel that way. But this audience doesn't feel that way. This audience feels welcomed and warm and excited. Because they have a place to be. Because the more extremist ones, I want to be clear here, the more extremist Comicsgaters welcome that energy because they love to throw it back at the people and attack them verbally and everything else. I disagree. I just don't think that's what's happening. I don't think it's one-sided. I don't think it's one-sided. And I think also, I will say this. I think that things have gotten much better. I mean, people like to go back to 2016. It's gotten much better. 17. Your friend Aaron Lepresti and his wife were just attacked. I'm talking about our behavior. Your behavior. Okay, sorry. I'm talking about Comicsgate's behavior. I think that, it's gotten much better because people are just kind of satisfied with the way things are. And I think that the fact that, the fact that people are satisfied, more people, Dale Keown's over here, Aaron Lepresti's over here. So when you go on Twitter and say you challenge me to a debate, and then for 3 weeks I'm being like derided. I don't know why you wouldn't just come on.
He's brought this up like over and over again.
3 weeks to prepare, and this is what we're doing. Well, that's not my point here. My point is that Comicsgaters were attacking me, insulting me, calling me soy boy, calling me all these other things. So what? But you're saying that they've gotten better. It is better. It is better. I think it is better. I'm glad because I've heard the horror stories about doxing and all those other things. I'm glad that that's not happening to me. And I know that happened on both sides. Again, I want to be clear. You just said that it's not one way. Doxing is an internet.
I bought this new one. It's the same one as my other one, but I kept losing the other one. Like I did just now. I have no idea what it is.
I mean, these people, you understand. The mainstream comic book industry trades in my extremely, and I'm talking about, I can't name names, but people who are creators that trade in my personal information about my divorce. They investigated my finances in order to find out that I had a foreclosure. They spread that around, laughing about it. You know what I mean? It's like they found pictures of my ex-wife and her new husband. And those are all disgusting acts that I would never engage in. So what I'm saying is this. Yeah, I wouldn't engage in them either. But what I'm saying is that's a phenomenon of the internet. And it is awful. And it's tempting to just go, it's one side that's doing this or it's the other side. I would love to just lay that onto, the SJWs and those particular comic book pros. But I know it's happening to them too. So, it's like I don't know what to do about that. It sucks. It's awful. But I know it's happening to them too. So you don't think that would you say that you bring negative energy towards Comicsgate? Sunshine. Comics. I can't help it. Look, here's the situation. I'm not looking for negative attention. I am sunshine, human sunbeam every single day. I love my customers. I love comic books. I love my customers. The fact that people hate me, there's nothing I can do about that. I talk to my wife about it and I go, they think I'm Darth Vader. She's like, and I'm like, maybe that's cool. Maybe I should just play into being Darth Vader. And she's like, that's not who you are. Do not do that. Do not do that. And that's the way it is. I don't know what to do. I am the most hated man in comics, maybe. What am I supposed to do about that? All I can really do is just hold tighter to my family, to my religion, to my faith, and the people who love me. And there are quite a few people here who do, and I appreciate them. The people who back Cyberfrog, I love you. I really thank you. Because again, if it wasn't for the fact that I have a customer base, a fan base that picked me up, After
Russell, thank you, Super Chat.
Me, by the way. She's like,
does this guy really do this for a living? I have no idea. I have a hard time believing that.
And I was like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know what Taylor wants to talk about. We'll find out. But she said to me, she goes, I will never forget that
thanks, Mostaverse.
You got that phone call from DC Comics. And by the way, the guy...
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on now. Maybe it's because I stopped the update. My computer's being a bitch.
It's like the mom. Sorry, for my own clarification, you found out in February, but like you saw comics were coming out in June? Yeah, I had to finish my contract. Yeah, they said you owe us. Your contract ends, we're done with it? No, it wasn't even that. My contract was over in October, but they said to me, you owe us 5 more books, I think it was. You got to get those 5 books done. And, the sooner the better. And I went, okay. But anyway, the guy called me, and I could hear he was drinking. This is just, he had ice in his glass. He poured himself a bourbon. And he was just like, man, he's like, I know you just had a baby. He's like, we got to say, we got to cut you loose, after this contract. And I was on the phone. Andrea was right next to me, bouncing Ava. And she's like, I remember you just turned to me and went, while you were on the phone. And she's like, that was the worst day of our lives. Thank you, SJWs. I realized I said, kill yourself to somebody. It was the worst day of my life. I realized I voted for the president, and everybody was scared. Everybody thought we'd elected a fascist, populist, whatever it was that they were saying. It was crazy. It was a crazy time in comics. But that was the worst day. And I sympathize for you for that. That's awful. But I would like to ask, though. Would it be good business for DC to continue to renew your contract at the moment when they're receiving so much flack, including the moment where you said told someone to kill themselves? That, you know what, Taylor? That's what cancel culture is all about. Because DC didn't want to let me go. Okay, so why aren't... in fact, Dan DiDio said to me, come back in June. He said, this was February. He said, you're going to have to duck down for a little while. He's like, just come back in June. And I was like, did you? No. Cyberfrog was underway. I'd made $500,000 in Cyberfrog. I realized I was going to be okay. So by June, you just said, I don't care about DC anymore? Yeah. I was all right. But look, no, it was not convenient. That's what cancel culture is. Again, DC did not want to let me go. This wasn't a case of, SJWs always talk about how this is capitalism, because some people don't want to work with you and they fire you, and that's just capitalism. That's what.
Russell, thank you for that. Is that a blue diamond or a sapphire?
DC felt like
it's a fake sapphire. I got it on Amazon because it fits me. It's like $18.
A very small group of leftists who knew which buttons to push, and that happens all the time, right? What's that? That'd be bad business on their part, though, right? To continue fucking with SJWs? To what? I mean, what do you mean? What would be bad business? Continue to say you guys are wrong, and we're going to keep Ethan on the books, and they could have done that. They could have done that, but yeah, why? Why do that? Why would they have to do that? Which creator is worth enduring that kind of sustained pressure? Nobody. I mean, Frank Miller, the greatest Batman creator of all time, in my opinion. Not worth putting up with the abuse for a single comic book convention from SJWs. Not worth it. So they said no. So you're not coming. Do you think they wanted him to be there? Yeah, they sold a bunch of tickets. Everybody wanted him to be there. People who bought tickets came to meet him, not the person who complained about him. But they sat there and they decided to let him go and to not invite him out because they did not want to put up with the sustained, coordinated harassment campaign from SJWs. That says something, Taylor. I have a list of people here, though. Why aren't these people allowed to use Comicsgate as their hashtag? We have Dave Sim, Vox Day, Liam Gray, Hannon Rowe, Doug TeNapel, Preston Poulter. They're all welcome to. They can. What are you talking about? Like when you trademark and copyright each and every single. When you trademark and copyright Comicsgate, and they want to put it on their comic book, are you going to say yes or no? Well, I got to protect the trademark, so I got to make sure that the person who is using Comicsgate actually stands by and believes in what Comicsgate stands for. Have to. Isn't that what DC was doing by protecting their trademark? What What does DC stand for? They stand for absorbing abuse. Yeah, that's right. And I sold comics.
Right, but at that point, when people were saying we're never going to buy another comic book that Ethan Van Sciver's on.
Who said that? That's not what they said. A bunch of creators, a bunch of writers said we're not going to work with him again because you voted for the president. That's what ultimately did it, Taylor.
Hold on, there weren't SJW comic book fans on Twitter saying they will never buy anything with Ethan.
Well, I'm sure that there were, but big deal. I still have tons of fans clearly who will. Well, tons of people who will work with me.
The numbers for your comics didn't reflect that.
Numbers for his comic, he's making millions of dollars. What does it say? Remember, the haters chew and make.
That's true.
Ah! Mostaverse, are you commenting in Ethan's chat?
Okay.
Possibly because of SJWs not wanting to buy your books. I don't know.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah.
So what happened then? What was the difference? Robert Venditti versus Jeff Johns?
Maybe. Who knows? It was selling 40 to 50,000 copies.
Right.
Wasn't
it? Your Jeff Johns one was selling like 150.
Yeah, I know. You know what I think happened, Taylor? The fucking movie happened. That's the difference. The Green Lantern movie happened. That's what killed Green Lantern. But we were doing great work. Our books were middle of the road. They were selling 40 and 50,000 copies steady. People liked it. Nobody was saying we're not buying Green Lantern because of Ethan, who did buy it. And if they did say that, there was no noticeable depreciation in that title to suggest that.
Those numbers that you're saying, 50,000 copies, those are the numbers that the SJW comics make fun of around about do. I mean, some of them, here's a great one. You want to hear this one? Spider-Gwen. So this is a gender-swapped, back from the dead, out-of-continuity character.
But Spidey-Gwen is popular.
Spider-Gwen #1, the issue #1. In February 2015, sold 254,000 copies.
Holy shit, that's great.
That's an SJW comic, right?
I don't know. Is it?
By your definition, I would think it was. It's a gender-swapped character.
Spider-Gwen.
Wait a second. So now Ethan's not allowed to make assumptions, but this guy's making assumptions about what Ethan thinks is an SJW. Oh my god, this is a terrible debate.
Is a gender-swapped character?
She's Spider-Man in the universe, Ethan.
That's not a gender swap. Spider-Man died.
Bitten by the spider in the universe.
No, did Spidey die in that universe? No, yeah, she gets. Yeah.
Is that not a gender swap character?
No.
No?
No, because Peter Parker's still there.
Ironheart gets changed to Riri Williams, and then she becomes Iron Man. That's not.
Is Spider-Woman gender swapped? Is She-Hulk gender swapped? I mean, are any of these characters gender swapped, or are they just?
I feel like you
cynical copyright attempts. I mean, you understand that the reason why Superboy, Supergirl, She-Hulk, all of these characters exist is for copyright reasons.
Absolutely.
Marvel and DC just kind of go, look, well, we own Superman, but technically we don't. Somebody could put another pronoun or another adjective, what would you say, another noun behind super, and then we'd be in real trouble. So we better do Super Horse. We better do Super Monkey. We better do Super Cat. Remember Beppo? Remember Streaky?
Super Frog?
Why didn't I do that?
You might want to get on that.
Maybe I will. That's why those characters exist. They're just
no, absolutely. But like tomorrow, if Marvel announced that Captain America is going to be a woman, the name's just Captain America. There's no her, she in there. Would that be a gender swap character?
Well, they did do that. They did they've just recently, from what I understand, had Captain America go on the road.
Yeah, they did,
and meet all kinds of different awful.
But just by your definition, is that gender swapped, or is it only when there's a different name?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Taylor, I'll be honest with you, I don't care.
But you do.
I don't care. No, I don't care. It's not me that cares. It's them that care.
But you care enough.
It's the fans.
But you care enough to make a video about it.
I care enough to talk about what people are complaining about. I think it's a bad idea to do things that annoy the fans.
Okay, but I can almost put like a clock on it that if tomorrow DC or Marvel announce that a character's changing their sexual orientation or that you're gonna make a video about it.
Probably, sure, yeah.
So you do care because it
that doesn't mean I care, Taylor. It means I'm just talking about it, and it just goes to show.
But
and by the way,
it adds money to your pocket because of YouTube views, and those videos do well, right? So you do care.
And super chats is what it's all about. Speaking of which, thank you for $50. And Dino Caligula Palacio. Taylor has more of an issue with Ethan and Comicsgate than the various pros in the industry calling fans racist, etc., trying to cancel top-tier talent seeking refuge in Substack. Taylor is not smart nor intelligent. I disagree. He's a satire of ignorance. Satire of ignorance. And Dino's mad at you. Ran for Crohn's for $5 says, I thought that this was about whether Comicsgate was viable or not comparing Ethan's later Green Lantern sales. Well, I thought it was too, but Taylor is just trying to say, look, SJW comics sell. They're selling great. In which case, we have nothing to worry about, Taylor.
Okay, but the mission at hand of Comicsgate, if you want me to speak on the validity of it, I know that's been a question a lot of your viewers are wondering. Why would I say that? Is it a valid movement if you've lost sight of the mission?
The second they start saying valid, is it valid? It's like, oh my god.
To not attack and hate on SJW comics, right? It's to say that we want to make apolitical comics, or apolitical comics are better, or what have you, right?
No.
To go and attack other comics, is that the mission?
No, Taylor. The mission of Comicsgate is to just be able to make comics without intrusion.
But it's gone beyond that. It's not.
No, it hasn't. That is the mission of Comicsgate. The original mission of Comicsgate, before I was there, was to try to convince Marvel and DC that the things that they were doing were leading to lost sales. You're here pointing out, no, the sales are great. Okay, so maybe that's true. But maybe some people have been disenfranchised. Maybe there's been a churn, and maybe other SJWs have come in and replaced the people who have been disenfranchised from the comics that they've been reading for decades. Maybe that's all true. I don't know. I'm not sure. What I do know is there's an audience that has been disenfranchised, and there are creators who have been blacklisted. Some of them have been canceled, but most of them have been blacklisted, and then others of them just aren't finding work anymore and want to be able to do what they want to do. They want to be able to make comics. Comicsgate is just a place now where people can come and make comics.
So it's just the Comicsgate fans that attack people? And that's okay?
This attacking people thing, this isn't a thing. This goes both ways. It's internet culture. This is clearly, as I just showed you, something that goes both ways. And by the way, I don't think these fans have any power. When they're sitting there going, shut up, Dan Slott, it doesn't do anything. But Dan Slott is somebody who they're reading. They're reading his Spider-Man comics, and he's calling them Nazi and devastating them.
Okay,
that's the difference.
When you call
it's a power dynamic.
When you call a SJW a blue-haired land whale, or a cuck, or a soy boy, or a pussy, gay, any of those words.
This guy is so sensitive.
People gay. I say things are gay. I don't go, that dude's gay. I wouldn't do that, Taylor. Understand the context.
That's where
I would not say Taylor is gay. I would say Taylor's shirt is gay. You know.
This one?
I don't know. Love and Rockets. I don't know. It's cool. I like that stuff too.
Okay. So, then the other word.
It's not gay. It's not. I'm saying an object is. Or I'm saying the idea to do this is gay.
Okay, fair enough. Let's strike that one. But what about cuck, pussy, soy boy, all these other things? Like blue-haired land whale, which is
yes, I love that. Yeah, what about it?
Like that's not you attacking fans the same way that Dan Slott would?
Who?
Huh?
Who?
What do you mean? You're attacking this type of fan that you don't like?
They're not his
generality.
fan.
Oh.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, where's am I sitting there going, hey, you're a blue-haired land whale, you person who is specifically coming out? No, no. And even if I did, That's a far cry from calling somebody a Nazi. A far cry. Sitting there saying that somebody has blue hair and they live on the land and they're a little bit overweight, which, by the way, coming from me, doesn't mean much. Okay? Is not the same thing. Calling Renfamous a blue-haired land whale, which I think I have done, guilty. And she is. Except it's a wig. It's fine. Renfamous has power. She has a voice. She's an influencer. She is somebody who I feel like it's okay to criticize Renfamous. Whereas, say, somebody like a young Douglas Ernst versus Dan Slott, or any of the people who Dan Slott has masqueraded as other people as and gone on message boards to attack them. That seems like a power imbalance. Seems like a betrayal.
That seems like a weird thing to me that you...
I really care about it.
But you're saying that you are in the minority politically in comics, so it's okay for you. But since
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I didn't say because I'm in the minority. I say I make generalities. I say there are people who are, who canceled me who are soy boys and cucks. I say people are doing things that I don't like, and those people are soy boys and cucks. That's a generality.
Thank you, super chat.
That's a generality. It's not really
I noticed that you use black as an undercoat sometimes. Why is that?
Taylor,
looks great, by the way. Because then you can see how I paint very thinly, and I can see how thin my layers are.
I took an exception.
Russell, thank you, super chat. Is it fake or lab created? Whatever, it's nice.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's fake. This is an $18 ring, but thanks. I like it too.
It would be like Black Panther.
I got this middle one at the Grand Canyon. It's supposed to be like an opal. It was only like $30, but my hands are very skinny, so sorry. My hands are very skinny, so it's hard to find rings in my size. So when I do, I get them. But yeah, I like it. I don't really wear this one. I wasn't actually sure if I wanted to get this dark blue, but it looks better in person.
This debate is so annoying. I know. Russell, thank you for another super chat. He should have done this when he wasn't on the rag. Yeah, he's very sensitive, isn't he?
You're gonna get hit. Can't handle it. Get out of the ring. All right, I will. Jeez.
I would say I think I'm handling myself just fine.
No, he's talking about me.
Okay.
Shelley Lepresti, sir. God bless you, Shelley. Does this guy want my opinion of our harassment from SJWs? The harassment was so ridiculous.
No, and Shelley, I want to make it clear that I think it's disgusting that you and Aaron received any sort of harassment.
There you go.
I denounce anybody that came after, especially you, Shelley, because you're not involved in the situation at all. And I think it's disgusting that Aaron received anything too, because I don't think Aaron, to my knowledge, I don't think Aaron did anything besides go on your show and say I'm comics gay. He wasn't responsible for. He didn't call anybody names. I haven't seen that, so I absolutely.
So Taylor, somebody like you isn't the problem. You understand? It's like somebody like you isn't the problem. But you understand the people that we're, that we go after. If we go after people are, the problem. I mean, people who actually do take the time. But those cause mischief like that. I mean, anybody who would sit there and do this, red alert, Aaron Lepresti.
There's an echo.
But I don't. Okay, to that point,
Donnie Cates got involved in this. What is Donnie doing?
What's wrong with Donnie Cates' messaging there?
This is crazy. Why is he like fuck Comicsgate and anyone who joins him? Oh no, who else?
Donnie didn't say that.
Huh?
Donnie didn't say that. He said, "Oh God, who now?"
Oh God, who now? Fuck Comicsgate. Who joins him? Oh God, who now? What? Seriously? I had no idea. That is Donnie lending his support to this idea. Fuck Comicsgate, fuck Aaron Lepresti. That's what that is.
That's so
Taylor, it's ridiculous. Come on now.
It's silly that you're saying that, but you won't take responsibility for anything you say about another comics creator, and then
I will not.
Receiving attack for it. You don't take responsibility for that.
No, I don't do that. No.
When you call Donnie Cates a soy boy cuck, and then your fans.
Yeah, but I didn't do. No. Hold on a second. I didn't do that. Donnie Cates went out of his way before I even knew who he was to go around and tell other people in comics, employers in comics, that they should not work with me. And when I found that out, I said so. I said, I understand Donnie Cates did this. He went around and he was trying to get me canceled, and he told other people, not to work with me. And then Donnie Cates said, I want to talk to you on the phone. And then this happened. Hey, Donnie Cates.
Ethan, how you doing, pal?
Good, I'm live right now. Like, people can hear you, so I'm warning you of that right now. Like, I'm actually doing a live stream right now. You want to say hi to Comicsgate?
Well, I would prefer if you and I could have a private conversation. I really would.
Well, I can't because I'm having a very public conversation. But if you want to say hi, Comicsgate, they can hear you right now. They'd be very happy. 2,000 people.
Oh no, I'm gonna get hit. I gotta fast forward this because Ethan always uses music. Come on. No! Fuck! Ah! Oh, fuck. Now I'm gonna have to find where I was. Damn it! Okay, where's the clip? Gosh dang it. Is that the... No. Okay, there we go.
Problem, and he was drunk during that time.
I think he might have been. I didn't say he had a drinking problem. That wasn't a problem. He did. He was having a good time.
You said he said I think I heard he has a drinking problem, and he might have been drunk there. Like, those are...
Well, I decided that early on. If you go back and watch the video, I was like, yeah, Donnie, we got to do this another time. I told him 3 times, we got to do this another time. He was calling me a bunch of times. It was like 2 a.m. It was crazy. And he wouldn't get off the phone. And he started to talk, and I went, okay, Donnie, okay.
So you got out of your way to make a fellow creator, to make him look bad.
I did?
Make him... What?
I did?
Yeah.
I'm the one who went out of my way to make him look bad?
When you clip that phone call,
it's on now.
The way you did, to make him look bad, and then you go on about
Taylor, we can watch the whole thing if you want to.
Yeah, the drinking problem. No, I've watched the whole thing. I don't need to, the whole thing. He seems very much more in tune, and he's having a conversation with you, but you clipped it to crap to make him look like real bad, which is, I just think, a disgusting thing. I think taking clips out of context.
I think it's a disgusting thing.
But,
oh my god, what a soy boy!
You say that quite a bit on Twitter when people take your clips out of context.
Well,
but when it's Kelly Sue or when it's Donnie Cates, that's okay. That's okay, right? You can attack other
what is the
creators
context that we're missing?
They better not attack you.
He actually said to me, Taylor, he goes, you wouldn't get this from Scott Snyder. He said Scott. And I was wondering, I was like, was Scott Snyder like partially behind my cancellation?
What does that even mean? Who cares? You're attacking comics creators for no reason. Your peers.
For no reason, they tried to cancel him.
But when you do it, it's okay.
Would you think that was an attack? I think that was
attack on his character. Absolutely.
Well, he did
absolutely. That's an attack on his character.
You think so?
Flip that to crap. Make him look bad. Call him a drunk. Say he was like that's taking down his character.
Oh my god, this guy is deranged.
He literally went around from
this is why these fuckers are so sensitive.
I was a white supremacist. I can call him a drunk after he called my show in the middle of the night. And by the way, I said, look,
what difference does it make that he called you at 1:30? You were doing a show at 1:30.
You don't call someone at 1:30 in the morning, dude.
1:30 was so weird. You were on the air.
Who uses the telephone at 2 a.m? Who does that?
You called him too in that moment.
No, he called me twice, and I went, let me listen to his voicemail, and I accidentally hit redial.
So, but when someone calls you, you would assume that, like, oh, he wants to talk. He's probably not on air or anything. Let me call him back.
Yeah, okay. You're right, Taylor. You know what? You're right. I shouldn't be clipping that out of context. I've made Donnie Cates look bad.
And Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's part of the hypocrisy that I don't get.
I don't know what I was thinking, when I did that, because clearly if people watch either of those interviews in full context, they're going to get a completely different impression than the caricatured one that I offered them.
Of Kelly Sue DeConnick?
Yeah.
Absolutely they will. I watched those interviews.
I did too.
Yeah, she's a cunt.
They were crazy. They were insane. But I mean, what's important is that, you know, again, in my opinion, yes, that's right. In my opinion,
right. So then
I'm not presenting a different.
No, I'm not the interview to fit your opinion and your narrative.
No, I clipped the interview to pull out the important point here. Oh. It's not out of context.
Oh, because
it's not out of context.
That's for you to determine what's important.
Yes.
For you to determine.
Yes, it's important to me. I'm watching an interview, and she said something in context, and I'm presenting it in context, isolated from the rest of the other stuff.
No, you're not.
She absolutely meant what she said. Everything in that little video is 100% correct. Donnie Cates, again, it's just a comedy thing. But yes, he did call me up. He was intoxicated. He was stuttering incessantly, and the audience loved it. They absolutely loved it. It was a great moment.
Yeah,
and by the way,
they love making fun of another creator.
I do.
Great content.
It is great content. Look at his followers versus yours, dude.
This is a creator who just sicked the entire... This is a powerful creator, the most popular writer in comics, who just went ahead and sicked the entire SJW internet on the woman that you just said, yeah, I think what happened to you is abhorrent. It was wrong. What happened to you?
This did not do that.
Yes, he did.
When you're on this thread,
a tweet where Johnny Cage said, "Go attack Little Presty."
Oh my God, this guy is ridiculous.
Who now? Aaron Lopresti. What? Seriously, I had no idea. Now Donnie should have said, "Okay, hey, he probably needs work."
Oh.
John is nuts. Be nice to John.
He wants to make a living.
Words, Ethan.
He's a Republican. I will. Let me fix his words without stuttering. Incessantly. He's a Republican. Those guys are mostly Republicans. He probably wants to make a living. So what if he joined Comicsgate? He's a good guy. And by the way, Aaron Lopresti joining Comicsgate should suggest that maybe Comicsgate isn't all that bad. Dan Fraga's not a bad guy. Aaron Lopresti's not a bad guy. Dale Keown isn't a bad guy. Kenneth Rocafort is a nice guy. All these guys are good guys. Ethan Van Sciver is a human sunbeam.
Ethan, look in the mirror, because you're bringing the negative tension on these people.
I disagree.
You need to.
I disagree. I consider myself to be a target
attack
of these
other
people.
creators in the industry. That gives Comicsgate a bad name. That gives your movement a bad name. So then when your friends...
I'm sorry, but those people are attacking other creators in the industry and getting them blacklisted and getting them canceled and getting them harassed and having their families investigated and all of this stuff.
Let's go back.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Mariko Tamaki? Did Mariko Tamaki cancel you?
All I did was make fun of her comic book, Taylor.
And her...
I didn't sit there and say, go...
You attacked her.
No, you attacked her.
No.
Let's not forget, Taylor, you're the one who called her ugly and fat.
And you attack people...
Which I take personal umbrage to.
You attack people unprovoked. I saw a conversation the other day on Twitter where you inserted yourself into an argument about Star Wars. I don't even know how you found this one. You did a vanity search. Your name wasn't even a part of it. You inserted it and called this guy a dummy right away. And then he replied like, "No, you're a dummy" or something. And you said, "Okay, pussy." Like you go and attack people unprovoked too. So don't try to paint this picture that you only attack people when you're attacked. Okay, you attack people all the time unprovoked, and it's disgusting. And you bring that negative energy on.
So do they, Taylor. I don't have any power. I'm just one guy here.
That is a what about?
Who cares? I care.
That's what about
people. These are people who are still allowed to work at Marvel and DC, who still work in the mainstream, and they utilize that platform.
That does not make it okay for you.
Wait, so he's just supposed to sit back and say nothing? Oh my God. This guy's such a pussy.
Attack someone else not related to this? That's not fair game. That's just you being not a good person. And you bring that energy on Comicsgate by doing that. And that's my issue. Is that
all right? You know what? Here's the thing. I will take that to heart. I think you're right about that. I should not be sitting there and calling. I don't even know what you're talking about. But as somebody who's talking about Star Wars, what was it? You call it up and see what it was.
It was a conversation. They said like this is. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
I like how he's speaking so matter-of-factly, and then Ethan asks him a question about it, and he's like, I don't know.
This is when you said Star Wars is like Donald Trump. I don't know. You kind of make it sound like when Donald Trump won the election, blah, blah, blah. There's a weird analogy. I don't understand why you equating Star Wars.
Oh, yes. Somebody said that Star Wars belonged to SJWs and the left because Star Wars was all about a plucky group of mutts fighting the Empire, which they would equate to be.
You equated to Donald Trump, which was a weird...
Well, no, I just said you can look at it well, they made it political, and I said it doesn't belong to the left. It goes either way. You could look at it depends on where you look at yourself in the world.
And that's fair if it stopped there. But then he said, wow, not everything is about your particular agenda. LML, go outside and touch some grass. That's rude. And then he said, are you saying this in a mirror? Because you started it, dummy. Even though you inserted yourself in this conversation, by the way. And then he said...
It's Twitter. You put things on Twitter, especially when they're Star Wars related, and they get attention and they go viral and people respond to them, Taylor.
But then you start calling this person names unprovoked. He just said this isn't about political.
He told me to go outside and touch grass when I made a very valid point. I don't want to touch grass.
Okay.
I made a very valid point.
And you punch down too. Like, have you heard this before? Like, punching down is like beneath you. Mm-hmm. You punch down with me, Ethan. You inserted yourself, you vanity search and inserted yourself in the conversation. And I was not hiding behind anything. Yes, I said your name, and if you want to have a conversation about it, I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm here right now. But you inserted yourself in the conversation, and then you challenged me to a debate. So just some random peon on Twitter with 300 followers.
Well, it wasn't that. It wasn't that I was like, I didn't see challenging you as a debate to being like, something that you should consider a punch across the face, Taylor. It was, come here and we're having a conversation.
Pee in my mouth. Was that a punch down?
Yeah, that was later. This was me saying, come talk about Comicsgate with me. And the thing about Twitter is that it's a miscommunication device. It's quick. You can't have an extensive conversation. I don't see people coming to terms with each other or having a valid conversation in which some understanding is reached on Twitter. I've never seen that happen in my life.
And that would be fair, but you still attack and punch down. Like, what's your response to that?
I don't know. I don't believe in punching down. I don't believe that there's such a thing as that, really. I talk to who's talking about me. I'm a person. I'm a human being. Somebody is talking about me personally. I might talk back to them.
And that would be fair, but then you go and attack and insult that person. And that's when it becomes another thing altogether.
Usually when they're attacking and insulting me.
No, what I said to you, what resulted in needing to be attacked?
I don't remember, Taylor.
What I said was, I referred to you as...
Do you feel like I attacked you?
You guys want to know what's funny is I had a debate just like this with someone, and it was all off air. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll tell this story. But it's funny how these people are all the same, but it's funny when you're talking to an SJW and they don't know that they're an SJW. And like this conversation might come out. I had a feeling that I was being recorded by the way that I was, like, the person was talking to me. And so I was like, all right, you're doing this kind of thing. You're being shady. And then I found out that, like, this person has, like, a tendency to record people without their permission. But I was like, okay, so you're trying to, like, because they were the ones that started a problem with me. And I was like, here's my phone number, fucking call me. And they were too scared to call me, or maybe they just didn't want me to have their number. But I'm like, all right. And so I got on, like, a call with them, and it was all off air. But it was funny. Like, I'm just having deja vu listening to this guy talk to Ethan. But the person that I was talking to, they didn't think of themselves as an SJW, I don't think. But yeah. You gave your number to a stranger. No, I know this person. Actually, I think a lot of people in the chat know who this person is. Like, I've streamed with this person before, which is why I didn't understand what they were doing. But yeah, you learn, and I was like, all right. And it's because they literally sent, like, people after me, and I was like, "What the fuck is your problem? You can contact me anytime." And they literally sent, like, a mob after me, and I was like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And I was like, "You could've just messaged me if you didn't understand something." And they admitted that, like, they were wrong about that, and I'm just like, "Yeah, but, you still did this." It's like, if I ever shared this tweet, and I showed people what you said about me, like, cause you a lot of problems. But, yeah, I'm just yeah. Long story, but anyways, let me get back to this. I'm having, like, deja vu listening to this.
I think saying I'm going to piss in his mouth on air.
That was Taylor. I was kidding, Taylor.
It doesn't matter, Ethan. You keep hiding behind this. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm kidding.
No, I don't. Only a joke. Well, I mean, they are. Oh, it's not a joke to you. Okay.
I don't. It doesn't bother me. But I'm saying if dollars.
It obviously does bother you, dude.
I came onto the show because you do this often. Where you go and you call people names that are beneath you in the number of following you have, and I don't understand it. Stay in your space. Make your comics great if you want to.
Wait, stay in your space? Really, dude? I mean, what about him? Like, he's going out of his space to comment on Ethan, but also this whole argument where it's like, oh, you're commenting with or you're fighting with somebody that has less of a following than you. It's like, oh, so they're treating you like an equal, They're giving you, like, the same amount of, like, time and respect that they would give, like, their peer that is on the same ground. And also that's like, okay, are we, like, de-evolving back into, like, caste systems now? All right. Interesting. Crazy how SJWs work, right?
And stop attacking people that unprovoked.
I don't feel like that's what's going on, Taylor. I guess that's how you feel. From my perspective, I feel like there are people who are saying awful things about me, and I respond to them, and then they roll over and go, "You're punching down." I don't like what
awful things about you, though. That's the thing, is you keep getting hung up on that. There's nothing that I said that was offensive towards you.
I want to talk to people who are deliberately misunderstanding and misstating the things that I believe. I want to have a conversation with those people.
And that would be fair if it stopped there, but no, you go to insults and attacks.
That's what they do.
I just don't feel like I do. I'm sorry. I need to see examples of that. I don't feel like I do that unprovoked. I just don't.
No?
No. I just don't. You have to understand, Taylor. You have to understand what it actually feels like to be Comicsgate at this point. It's just...
You're not the victim. You play this victim.
Yes. What the Comicsgate is... Yes. I don't want to be... Nobody wants to be the victim. But I mean, this is the way it is.
Being the victim.
No. Taylor...
Maybe not.
Monetizing being the victim... This is the language that you guys use to excuse people actually still being able to make a living after a concerted effort is made.
You're not innocent in that regard. Stop it with that.
Taylor, I am here. I will punch back. I will fight back. That is what I will do. When I feel like my friends, when I feel like my belief system, when I feel like me personally, when I feel like my family is being insulted, I will punch back. I don't care if it's up, down, side to side, diagonally.
But then you punch out of nowhere, too.
I don't think I punch out of nowhere. What, you think here's just somebody walking by, not talking about Comicsgate in a derogatory way, not attacking my fellow professionals who are Comicsgate, not attacking me, not attacking their families. I think I'm just going to hit them. That's just not what I do. That's a ridiculous misstatement, and it makes you seem like you're the victim.
Look, he's looking for evidence. Look at him looking at the computer.
I'm talking about, like, and again, the example of Mariko Tamaki. You punched her unprovoked.
Is that punching down?
No, but that's.
And I didn't punch her. All I did was make fun of her comic book, Taylor. For goodness sakes, everybody did. It's a funny-looking book.
All right.
Sorry. I mean, again, people are allowed to criticize stuff that comes out of Marvel or DC or even me, and they do. Right. That's the way it is.
It's not just that, though. You have a responsibility in your voice and your following, and when you say things like that...
You have a responsibility in your voice and your following. What an SJW.
While they call me a white supremacist and a Nazi, while they call my...
You said Don Cheadle had a responsibility to Letitia Wright.
While they try... No. Don Cheadle has a responsibility to not accuse his co-star of being responsible for letting people die of COVID.
Stop it. He did not accuse her. He said, by Letitia. Just the same as Donnie Cates said, wow, I had no idea. And you're accusing him of people attacking
her to the wolves. I can't believe that I have to explain this to you. And you're going to pretend you're like...
On a daily basis, Ethan.
No.
I do it on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you do that. Donnie Cates says, wow, I had no idea. And that means that go send the wolves, send the cavalry after Aaron Lopresti. Get out of here. Get out of here with that.
But he's right.
That's the thing. See, that's...
This guy is such a sensitive bitch.
Deniability. This guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. So then...
All right, well, okay. You know what, Taylor? I'm going to let you have that. And I'm just going to leave that up to the Loprestis. And I'm going to see how they feel. I personally wasn't attacked by these people. When Aaron Lopresti became Comicsgate and they came after him whole hog and they took pictures of his daughter and were spreading it around because these two big pros and others... by the way, not just these two people, essentially gave them permission to do so by saying, wow, I had no idea that he would join Comicsgate. And you're going to sit there and go, well, I mean, he didn't mean anything. He didn't have to comment. Did he have to comment?
You do that all the time, though, Ethan.
Did he have to comment and make trouble?
You'll say something
of the style of the...
I'm taking way too long on this painting. Maybe it's because I'm in this debate.
You keep saying that, but you're not providing evidence of that. And I am providing you with receipt after receipt after receipt of this behavior. Receipt after receipt after receipt.
Donnie Cates received backlash in attacking from your fans after that.
You should have. It was ridiculous.
Kelly Sue DeConnick is being attacked by Comicsgaters probably on a daily basis since you clip up that interview and post it as her saying that the comics industry is dying. So, hey, she agrees with us. Look, guys, she agrees with us. And she's being attacked because of it.
Hold on. Let's watch that video again and see.
He's like, please don't, because I don't want evidence against me.
You tell me.
We've gone 3.5 hours now, okay?
All right.
I'm done. But you attack these people unprovoked, and people go and attack them, and...
Okay. I have a... No. Well, I take responsibility where I feel like, I have harmed anyone, but I haven't harmed anyone at all. And these people who I've just pointed out to you have a pattern of isolating, blacklisting, and canceling. And by the way, canceling isn't just firing someone. If somebody's a jerk and they're fired, that's fine. My problem is the way that these people just make it so that they can never work again. That's my problem. My problem is that they suffer huge social consequences. Don't make this about me. Quiet. I personally accept where I am. I do. Now I do. But I'm watching it happen to other people. And I know Dan Fraga didn't do anything wrong. And I know Aaron Lopresti didn't do anything wrong. And these people meet up in private and do everything that they can to isolate them from their peers and to make it so that they can no longer work in the industry that they spent their entire lives learning the skills to be able to work in.
That's because their names are attached to you, who you admitted have said and done things that would never get you hired again from DC or Marvel. Right?
Taylor, no. They don't say he's attached to Ethan Van Sciver. They say he's attached to Comicsgate. And again, this is more of this.
Oh my God.
No, Taylor, this is more cancel culture. Stop canceling me, Taylor. I want to be able to associate.
You want to cancel by DC?
Taylor, I want to be Taylor. Do you mind if I associate with my fellow professionals without you scaring them away? Do you mind if Taylor, do you mind if people come over here and get promoted on my channel? Do you mind if people come over here and make a living on my channel without you suggesting to them that associating with me is going to ruin their lives? Do you mind not doing that? Do you mind not putting that into the bloodstream of the world? I think I've had it tough enough. I think I've managed to pick myself up and put myself in a situation where not only can I provide for myself and my family, but for a whole lot of other professionals. And I would rather you not say things like that, Taylor. I'd rather you not say things like that associating with me is going to cause these people more hardship. How about we work on the fact that the people who are providing hardship to people who are associating with me stop doing that and change a little bit, and then we're going to find it a lot easier to associate with each other.
Could it be both, though? Could we say it's both?
No.
No, because you don't want to take any responsibility.
I take zero responsibility for what happened, with what happened to Aaron Lepresti. I take zero responsibility for that. That's ridiculous.
It's not
to blame me for that, Taylor.
You brought that on Comicsgate.
No.
Whoa.
Taylor, Comicsgate was demonized before I was even a part of it.
And then you joined it
happily because they were right. Because I'm opposing the people.
They were right to try.
This dude is insane.
100% correct. They were 100% correct then. They're correct now, precisely because of the things that you were saying. Because there are people who will use guilt by association. There are people who use cancel culture. And ultimately, it's political. That's all it is. It's political. I do want to thank you for joining me tonight, Taylor. I do appreciate you being a part of this. And again, it was 3.5 hours of vigorous debate. Did you have fun?
I mean, I think I could have done better things on a Friday night, but I'm glad the conversation happened.
All right. Thanks, Taylor. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Okay, so we're going to read some super chats. That was good. That was much better than Dan Shaheen. Much, much, much better. But you can see kind of what we're up against here. Cancel culture is a real thing, and it's not going away. All right, let me see. I'm reading some super chats. Going back to the beginning here, or we'll start from the end and we'll go forward. Mike Lombardo for $5 says, "You don't care what people say, then proceed to complain for an hour about words people say, Taylor. Have you not ever said something you regret?" Computer Man says, "Taylor, give it up, dude. Come on, man. Grow up." J Bomba Fan says, "This guy makes Pan look smart." Glow in the Dark says, Taylor is being intentionally obtuse. Sabrow says, "The SJWs have ripped up the social contract and they want to redefine it for that purpose. You can't do it. Disingenuous and discordant. War." Danger Vanessa says, "You feed people to John Malin, EBS." I was going to play that clip, but I decided not to. Snowball says, "Taylor is exactly the problem with SJW crazies. They think social justice means saving every blade of grass. Nobody will respect you, Taylor, if you don't learn to ignore trash talk." Amar Glad says, "Taylor is gaslighting." Larry Romano says, "EBS, why you want to pee in Taylor's face hole? That's gross and it even bothers me." Yeah, I know. I was joking. Jennifer Grover says, "Uncle Lee, I can't take it. This guy has no evidence for anything he's saying because there's no proof of this." Sabrod says, "Taylor, where's your binky?" J Bomba Fan says, "Come on, EBS, you're better than this." Dexluther says, "Oh no, it bothers people. Maybe people need to grow a thicker skin." Glow in the Dark says, "Comics Pros punch down, no objections. Ethan is but a child learning from these bad examples. Go get them, Taylor." Anchorfist says, "The difference when you cut up what they say, you don't eliminate their intent. They completely take you out of context and attach all kinds of vulgar meanings to it." Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. I don't think that, the Kelly Sudaconic video hides what she was trying to say. I think it underscores what she was trying to say. Whereas usually when they are clipping me out of context, it's out of context. Shelley Lepresti says, Comicsgate has been the most supportive group we have ever met. The support has been overwhelming. Those SJWs even defaced a photo of my daughter. I know, Shelley. Sarkcon DM says, "I'll bet Taylor here."
Oh my gosh, so I found out about that because this person was like, I don't know, they were arguing with me about something, and then Cecil DM'd me and she was like commented about how like my eyebrows, or like I was ugly and my eyebrows were ugly. And I commented back like, because it was an avatar of like a chick standing in front of a mirror and like you couldn't see her face. And I was like, ooh, an avatar without a face. Like, I'm so threatened because you don't like my eyebrows. And Cecil messaged me. He's like, that's like a photo of Aaron Lepresti's daughter. And I didn't know about any of this stuff going down with Aaron. And I was like, what the fuck? And Cecil like, yeah, they took his daughter's picture and they're trying to torment him with it. And I was like, wow, that's fucked up. What was that noise? My stupid cat. So, yeah, that was, and so I felt bad about it, and I looked into it, and then, yeah, that it was fucked up. I found out more, pictures and stuff. I saw, his wife's account, and she had a couple, she commented on something because someone tagged her in something, so I found, her account, and I saw, like, her post, like, the screenshot of another one of the pictures of her daughter that they were using, and I'm like, how can you really think you're a good guy if you're taking a picture of someone's like child in her ballerina? Well, she's a teenager, but that's still somebody's child. Somebody's child in like her ballet recital outfit and just marking out their face and using that. Like, come on, you got to be a sick, twisted fuck to do something like that. And they think that they're the good guys. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. Right? I thought it's absolute trash that they are doing that. Like, so because you don't agree, you don't like that the dad joined something, you're going to take the picture of his kid, his teenage daughter, and use that? Like, what? Fucking freaks, right? Jesus. Do you guys want me to keep playing this, or you done? Let's see. Because I think now Ethan's just going to read super chats. So many people live right now. Yeah. It's a Friday night. That's what happens. If it's any consolation, you could just have my live stream up in the background and watch somebody else, or like listen to somebody else and just have this playing. He brings on guests. Okay, I'll keep playing.
Probably put his head in the sand when Tom King goes on a cancellation spree. Jay Lee didn't deserve any of what he got, which was unprovoked and made more evident by Tom getting caught in a lie each time. I should have kept Taylor in here to read these because I feel like he can't respond to them. Karanai Rizian Zan says, Taylor, what you don't understand is that SJWs have to be kept off balance. This is war. SJWs will not stop their evil until they're under boot. Glow in the Dark says, Ethan, you need to take the abuse. You are a punching bag. Be the punching bag. You fighting back is worse. Max Gaines says, ask Taylor why he freaked and attacked Gem Mint in his Mint's Facebook group for interviewing you, but he does it himself. Hypocrite. Oh, I didn't know that. Trencher1375 says he's being coached and he's trying to use your kindness towards the other Comicsgate creators against you in the hopes that you'll leave Comicsgate and make it toothless. Yeah, I felt that. That actually broke my heart a little bit. That actually left a mark, But David Bowser says, ask Taylor if it was okay what the SJWs did to Peter Samedi. Anchorfist says, yeah, you made Don look bad by him calling you in the middle of the night and making an A of himself. It doesn't matter how much that was cut out of context. That was all on him. Ramford Crone says, Taylor the White Knight. Get Over It says, Aaron was forced in Comicsgate. He went on EBS's channel and the other side shut all doors. KCC says, Donnie Cates apparently has no agency here. His attacks have to go unanswered. ID Crisis says, making fun of someone is not equal to taking someone's job. Taylor Odinson says, Taylor doesn't seem to have a problem with Donnie Cates trying to starve a newborn baby, but thinks laughing at his drunken rambling is horrific. Glow in the Dark says, Taylor, stop it. You're making Ethan look bad. You are no better than Ethan, you hypocrite. Stop it. Be the better person, Taylor. Is this? Jason Fertile says, how dare you mock those who tried to ruin you, EBS? Richard 2022 says, our SJWs are mothers. We can argue with who we want. Stop crying about it. It's not SJW's responsibility to make us better people. We're fine. Hashtag thanks, Cecil. Frank says, hey, Tai Tai, what is the context we are missing about Hey, Tay-Tay, what is the context we're missing about Kelly Sue DeConnick saying not to buy her terrible books? Henry Dorset K says, saying, you know what, you're right. When You're right, is how I get women to shut up. EVS is using it masterfully on Taylor right now. Mr. Biggin says, Taylor, it doesn't matter if pros bash each other. Comicsgate is all about respecting the fans. Suchcon DM says, has Taylor said anything about Tom King and his rampant cancellation attempts, especially on Jay Lee? I bet he doesn't have a problem with that one. If he says he does, he's lying. Thor Odinson says, Kate's literally tried to take food out of little Ava's mouth, but making fun of him afterwards is what Taylor is so concerned about. Mandy Summer says, somebody get this man a Whataburger and French fries. No, Whataburger and French fries. Kamikaze says, all this guy's arguments are you're calling people names. Tying people to something as egregious as Nazis is way worse. Brentford Crone says, this guy gets his feelings hurt on behalf of others. It would be hilarious. Eric Owen says, Ethan didn't call Donnie. Glow in the Dark says, joke's not allowed. Johnny Ohm says, Taylor could not be more wrong about that whole fiasco with Donnie. The Infernal says, the people involved with the attacks on the pros are usually internet trolls in general, who are usually attacked or involved with internet black ops for the lulz and not considered part of Comicsgate. That's deep. That's deep stuff. It's hard to explain that to people. Dex Luther says Taylor is going to be attacked just for being on the show. It's seen as giving a voice to a group that are supposed to be unperson. Yes, I Am Dwight says, please educate Taylor on the concept of cry-bully. His entire thesis in this so-called debate hinges on his ignorance of that term. Ghost Bear says Taylor is the problem too. He's defending the mechanism behind which SJWs function. He enables them, then denounces them. Everyone sees through it. James McPhee says, I appreciate this discussion. Thank you both. Also, the frog hoodie rocks. Oh, I'm glad you got it. Shelley LaPresti says, Wraith of God, going strong. Taylor, did you back our project? I doubt it. George Peter Gatsis says, gender swapping is irrelevant. The multiverse in Marvel and DC pretty much make it a non-issue. We had gender swapped and race swapped for a long time. Gravity Cat says, they drew first blood, not me. Shelley LaPresti says, thank you. Aaron did nothing wrong. You are right. Hyperion 4671 says, I'm a Latino immigrant. I'm so effing tired of mainstream comics. I don't want their help. I don't want forced diversity, just good stories and characters. Larry Romano says, in order to feel personally attacked by words like blue hair land whale is if you identify as one. Juju says, calling some people gay isn't the same as calling groups of people Nazis, racists, misogynists, etc., which can destroy a person's life. If you can't just make that distinction, that's just sad. Shelley LaPresti says, does this guy want, read that one, CG Mission, fuck bitches, make money, says J Mama fan. URL7 says, Riri in the Bay Area is slang for black, brown people. Use that, it means retard. Riri Williams means retard Williams. Some woke white guy created this, LOL. Sir Angus Fungus says, hi, Comicsgate. Taylor. Manticore 2.0 says, all hail the human sunbeam, Comicsgate victorious. Barb Rogers says, Taylor, say hello, Comicsgate. I don't think he did that. Renfrew Crone says, I thought this was about whether Comicsgate was viable enough, not comparing Ethan's later Green Lantern sales. Glow in the Dark says, Taylor, you said mean things, Ethan. Taylor, you said mean things, Ethan. They tried to ruin me, Taylor. But you were mean, so it's somewhat justified, Ethan. It's not a reasonable response. Mad Ruth says, Taylor said I'm going to come on Comic Artist Pro Secrets, but people told him not to come. Don't come. I didn't play the videos. J Bomba fan says, Ethan, bring the light. Cecil brings the love. Glow in the Dark says, be the bigger person, Taylor. Don't let those mean people on Twitter get to you. Kamikaze says, I hate to hear that nonsense. It's always you have to be the bigger person. Why can't other people be the bigger people? Al M says, Eminem put out a revival. It was a flop. His next sequential albums did well, but because they were political, because they were apolitical, get your facts straight. Glow in the Dark says, for Taylor's information, that was a joke. Be the bigger man is an argument to control people's behavior. Glow in the Dark says, I completely endorse political comics. Bring a Nazi Superman. What is this here? Al M says, how many years is this guy in his transition? URL7 says, this guy is a fig and that offends me. Glow in the Dark says, LGBTQ community is sacred. No one can make fun of it. LGBTQ is our new god. No blasphemy is allowed. Al M says, this guy sounds like our next strong female role model, Soy. J Bumma Fence says, Taylor is mentally a child. Glow in the Dark says, we can't comment on the happenings of the world. We have to act like we're in another dimension, Taylor. Randy McRanderson says, CBR says, Sinestro War sold 89K just in August. Yeah, it did really, really well. I mean, I think that book probably sold all told about 250,000 copies. It was a big deal. And Dino Caligula Palacio says, Taylor has more of an issue with Ethan and Comicsgate than the various pros in the industry calling fans racist. I read that one. Ethan, this is not a Comicsgate debate. It's a hostile interview, says Mr. Biggins.
It really is.
That's what it was. That's what I expected, though. J Bomba fan says mental tug of war with a D student. Scotty says, why are you wasting your time with this SJW? He doesn't want an honest interview. Enough time wasted. 200 Watt Studio says Taylor can call Tamaki fat and ugly online, but I'll bet he would never say it to her face. What a bigot and a bully. Tungsten XE says this stream should rename as the trial of Ethan Van Sciver rather than the Comicsgate debate. What the F?
It's not a Comicsgate debate.
Says, Taylor,
it's literally just.
Color do you think are fat and ugly? Glow in the Dark says Taylor, we can't have jokes anymore. Only safe childish fart jokes. Tarzan Depth says, what are the chances that Taylor has had any physical contact with a badge since birth? Icy White says, hey, Ethan, are you being facetious? And then crying. Dorby says, Ethan, you're a fool letting this dishonest clown come in and conduct a hostile interrogation for hours, smearing with crib notes from political enemies. I thought it was okay. Literature Devil says, when do we talk about the validity of Comicsgate? We talked about sales an awful lot. That seems to be what we're mostly talking about. There are a lot of super chats here. Let me take a break from reading super chats. Holy cow, there are a lot of super chats. Thank you for them, but I'd rather talk to you guys directly now. Gosh darn. Okay, let me go back and see what you guys are doing here and talk to you guys live. Hi, hello everyone. Wow, $40 super chat from Jason Smoot. I thought this is a lot to take and a lot to take in, but when it comes down to it, thank you, Cecil. Anchorfist for $50 says, yeah, you made Don look bad by calling him.
My tummy hurts.
In the middle of the night and making an A of himself. It doesn't matter how much that was cut out of context. That was all on him. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you guys think of this? What do you think of the whole debate? What is your feedback? Great combo. Where do I get my parking validated? I didn't know it was that long. I was kind of enjoying myself. All right, let me send the link in so some of you can come in and join if you'd like to. Put the link out there. This is rare that we do this, but, it is kind of fun. The link in the chat. It's because the chat's moving too fast. All right, hold on a second. Let me put this up. Let me pin this right here. Where the hell did it go? It's already gone.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, let me try again. Hold on. Here we go. Paste. All right, now. Boom. It's there. Let me see where it is. And it's gone already. Concourse Pro Secrets, let me say. Sorry, I'm just trying to pin the link to the chat so you guys can come in if you want to. We got people coming in. It's weird, I can't actually see it on my own screen here. All right, I mean, mods, just keep posting it if you want to. I guess that's the way to go. All right, let's see. Here's Dojo Kun Comics. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Ethan. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. I'm going to let a couple more people in here at the same time. Here's Pops at Madness Comics. Wow, how are you, sir?
How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. It's nice. Some new people here. Here's a person named Insane Joker.
Hello. It's me. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome.
All right, hold on a second. OC Steve can come in. Insane Joker.
It's me. Hi.
OC Steve, turn your radio down, as it were. We'll see. What's up? All right, so what did you guys think of the debate? How do you feel?
I felt there was a lot of circular arguments going on. I think that he was trying to back you into a corner and failing miserably. I really think that you handled yourself admirably. And, sometimes you tripped over your own words, but that was because he was giving you, circular arguments. I hate to say that again, but that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff, like, you're being mean. You're mean to people. Oh, my gosh. The chat is now blowing up. Hold on a second. Anchorfist for $10 says, dang it, Ethan. I still want to come in there, but I work tomorrow and I have to go to bed some other time, I guess. Okay, we got a ton of people waiting here.
This is like my first time watching one of these, and I was just kind of blown away how he kept going back to the same thing over and over and over, and it's like just.
He was looking for a gotcha moment.
Yes.
Well, the one thing that, yeah, of course. Well, they planned this whole thing. They structured it pretty well. But the one thing that I was like bored by was talking about comic book sales. I was like, they're like, well, this book sold 250,000. I was like, okay.
Which is irrelevant right now when you're really focusing on it, because that's the whole reason why Comicsgate exists. We deviated from the mainstream to begin with because we were tired of it. We were tired of their things, their nonsense, their attention grabs. That's the whole reason that in the 90s, you used to kill girlfriends and throw them in refrigerators. Now they're changing the gender and orientation of people now as the new flavor of the week.
Right. I just look at, they want to throw up numbers, okay? And those are the numbers that Diamond forced upon these retailers. That doesn't count the ones that go in the dollar bin. And they're over there getting sold for $1 3 months from now.
That's exactly what I was saying when I was listening to it.
Go out the door at retail price. Okay.
That guy's such a character.
Can't determine. But again,
this guy with the cowboy hat is such a character. I want to draw him. It's weird hearing OC Steve. I've seen he always posts stuff about Malin on Twitter. I've never heard him speak.
His counter to that was, but they're reordering the books. Like if they're going back and doing reorders, then clearly, they're not books stacked up somewhere. And I don't know.
Well, he was talking about the validation of Comicsgate, and he wanted to talk about sales. I think $10 million speaks very highly of, the validation or the validity of Comicsgate. There are people out there who are buying comic books, backing comic creators at $25, $35 a pop, which is far higher than you'll get off the shelf from the mainstream. And why are we doing that? Because now we're getting quality. We're getting books that we want to read with fantastic art. It's
Who has a dog? Somebody has a dog.
And creating it.
I think you just want to bring up numbers as a way to try and tell you that you're not as good as you think you are. And he was hoping that those low numbers would probably be an ego killer and just totally demoralize you. And I thought that was a very nasty thing to do. It's like, if you're happy with what you do, why would you try and bring someone down? I mean, he was talking about punching down, and he was doing it himself.
Well, no, he doesn't. It wouldn't be punching down to say that your Green Lantern didn't sell as well as you think it did, and these books are selling better than books that were popular in 2005. And I'm not prepared to answer that. I'm just not. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm sure that isn't true. I'm sure that there's a lot of gaslighting there. But I don't pay attention. Down on him, you'd be playing whack-a-mole anyway.
Well, what's weird about the punching down thing is you're supposed to take an endless stream of abuse from people and just be like, okay. And then one guy says, Donnie Cates, I didn't particularly enjoy your book. And there's a freaking horde of weirdos on Twitter that just decimate people.
Hey, Dojo Kun, I'm going to say goodbye to you and let someone else in. Thanks.
Or they participate in the chain blocking, Ethan. You can't even engage them in discourse anymore because I have Comicsgate on my actual profile. Mm-hmm. I get chain blocked by Dan Slott and all these creative people in Marvel. So why would I invest in a company that automatically alienates me and doesn't want to accept my dollars, where at least you engage me? People like Patrick Thomas Parnell engage me. John Malin engages me. So even if the campaigns aren't great, you're open to criticism and you're willing to take what the fans have to say. These guys got their feelers so tight.
You got some pretty thick eyebrows, Mostaverse. Oh, Russell Holt, thank you for the super chat. Let me read it. He was bringing. Let me pause this. He was bringing up low numbers to try to make the case that Ethan was fired because his books underperformed and he was flaky on deadlines. Yeah, I caught that too. Let's see. I'm sure if we went back through the timeline of this Talking Vaginas Twatter feed, he wouldn't find any example of him insulting people. Seriously, Russell Hall. And then another one from Russell. Did he really just say, I think I'm handling this just fine? I haven't seen an a-hole take one side being like this since. Yeah. Thank you for all the super chats, by the way. Appreciate it. Yeah, this shit is, yeah. I mean, this is how SJWs are, but let's get back to this because I'm interested. It's fun hearing what everyone has to say. My fear is like if I put my link into the chat, I'm just gonna get like my stalkers coming in and trying to harass me, which sucks because it would be cool to, like, because I was thinking I was like maybe if I did like a member, like I'll still have like the live stream, but I'll put the link if I ever get membership option on this channel, and then if you're a member of my channel, I'll post the link when I'm live streaming and you guys can come in and talk to me and ask me questions and stuff like that. But I'm like, I feel like that's the only way to like avoid the weirdos that, just want to be assholes and say stupid shit. But I don't know. That's something I've been thinking about. Maybe I'll try it and see how it goes. And if it's fine, then I can go with it. And if it's not, then I'll have to figure something else out. But yeah. All right, let's get back to this.
Oh, that one stream where you guys were all drunk.
Oh yeah.
Ethan doesn't drink. I think I was on like half that.
All right, let me see. OT Steve, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. I got people coming in here left and right. It's craziness. So I'll let you guys have your say and then say goodnight. But I love you all. Thank you for being here.
I don't want to take up too much space. I'll go ahead and say my little piece and then I'll get out of here too. First I want to say nice hat club. I'm down. Okay, I'm down. I like it. Ethan, my only issue is sometimes you entertain some of these people that like have 15 followers and you know it's a bot account and it's designed to go after you. And it's like, this guy at least had some followers, but you knew you were being set up. You saw ahead of time. I'm glad you saw it ahead of time. Everybody else did too, obviously, following the Twitter chat today.
To me, it's like, here's the thing, like, I don't know how well I did in the debate. That's up for grabs. I think he had some good moments, and I think I did too. But the thing is, unless we're talking to SJWs, and there are very few who want to come in here and deal with this. This guy sat here for 3.5 hours. But unless we're actually talking to them, we can't ever sharpen their arguments. I don't know what they're going to say until I actually talk to them, and then I have to actually think about what they say, and then decide. Is there any validity to that, or how do I answer, or do more research to figure out? I mean, when it comes to the numbers game, honestly, that threw me completely off. I have no idea what Marvel sells. Couldn't care less. It has nothing to do with what we do here.
And that really doesn't have anything to do with Comicsgate. That's right. And another thing is, you guys counterpoint anyway.
Do you want to talk about the numbers on how much you're pulling in on your book versus how much, the random, guy at the big two is pulling in when he sells 10,000 copies?
Yeah, I think that's why. I think that's a reason why I am particularly targeted. Pops, thanks for being here. I'll see you later.
Thanks for having me on, man. It's good meeting you.
You too.
Hey, I believe.
All right, let me see. We got Scotty Domino here.
Like you would make your points, and it got pretty long-winded sometimes, to be honest. And I'm like, okay, I want to hear what this guy says. And then, I'm like, okay, what is this guy gonna say? I'm interested, and then he'd be like, well, yeah, you're mean though. It's like, okay,
that was like
well done, man.
Like you call somebody a dummy. I gotta say, I don't even think about here's sketch therapy, by the way. Sketch, I'll get to you in 1 second. I don't even think about who I am. Like, I go on Twitter and people will go, look at this person saying this about Star Wars. And it's like, I just want to engage, like, in that kind of thing.
Well, you're allowed to. I mean, it's social media. You should be allowed to be engaging with others.
Well, you have a big following, so you can't say anything on Twitter.
That's punching down. That's right.
Exactly.
And punching down is a way of controlling people. I don't agree with that.
He has to like that you just stay in your place.
Who has a baby in the background? Jesus.
This is your wheelhouse. And what got me was that how he tried to take everything that was Ethan and compare it to Comicsgate. When he was wanting to bash Comicsgate, instead he was bashing you. And it was just little talking points that the SJWs and Soy Boys always use. And I love the way that you handled it.
It's beneath you. You shouldn't comment.
You usually retweet them. And then, with SJWs, they always just say, oh, I just got targeted by a bunch of Comicsgaters today. And, they don't show who was talking.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. My phone died. Damn it. No. Okay, let me unplug it from my... Shit. No. All right, fine. I'll wait for it to come back on. Shit. It usually gives me I mean, maybe it did and I just missed it. But, let's see. Usually gives me like a 10% warning. I know it gave me a 20% warning. Dang it. This was interesting. Oh well. Oh well. Hoes be crazy, right? Remember all my little hoes be crazy videos? Hoes be crazy. Russell, holding the super chat. Is there a reason you paint with the tag on? Yeah, it gets all sticky and I don't like to. But also I figured you guys can kind of see what paintbrush I'm using. And if you guys wanted to get it for yourself, you could figure that out. I honestly just don't care. I go through paintbrushes so much. Oh, I see a couple super chats. Let me read them. Amateur and thank you for the super chat. I just got done taking a Taylor. Thumbs up. Weird, right? Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat. Also, everyone, please smash the like button, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Let's see. I think I'm all caught up on those ones. Oh, the audio is back. Is my audio bad? I don't know. Let's see. Got like a lot. It's like the highlights in the hair all right here. Light part of his eyebrows. I think I saw Mostaverse was commenting about it. He's like, Anna, you made my eyebrows gray. They're not gray, they're black. So sometimes when you're, well, especially when you're painting in oils, you paint in layers. And so sometimes you have to put down like a base color first before you go in and add all of that, especially when you're painting hair. Hair is, I think, for a lot of people, one of the most difficult things to paint. I don't mind it just because I've spent so much time like drawing hair. You have to kind of see it in sections. But then when you're doing something like this, where it's like a study, you can be a little bit more loose with it. But I enjoy drawing and painting hair. It's fun. It's very fun, I think. Did you turn on, phone? Turn on, mofo. Are you not even charging? The fuck? Come on, I know this cord is plugged in. There we go. Turn back on, mofo. I'm gonna have to find the part I was at now. It's not as important because I have whatchamacallit. Phone's at 2%. It shows it's not even charging. What the fuck is going on? There we go. Okay, let's bring this back up. Okay, let's see. Oh, stream's over.
Privately and go, hey, kind of enjoying myself. See you later, Mark. All right.
Okay. Where were we? A little farther back. I think we were like right here. Okay.
Who was talking to them? They just tweet about it.
To that, I just say game on. Like that. Seriously, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to.
I called all these people a piece of shit, and you believe it that they are not happy about it.
Oh, wait till the video comes out. His version of it. It's gonna be great.
No apologies from Taylor when he said of Gina Carano that she made light of the Holocaust, and then went on to prove that never happened. Where's the apology from him?
It's ridiculous. Yeah. All right, Insane Joker. Thank you. It was really nice
to meet you.
Nice to meet you later. All right, let me see.
Before you kick me out of here, I just want to let you know that I was the one who criticized you about the price of your action figures at the beginning. Mm-hmm. But I want to let you know this Monday, they're mine.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you.
They were too expensive or not expensive enough? No, let's just leave it.
All right, Jason, thank you for coming in here, man. I appreciate it. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
Thanks for coming in here, brother. See you later. All right, let me see. And Scotty, I'm going to let you go too. I want to hear what Sketch Therapy has to say.
Gotcha.
Scotty, thank you so much.
No.
Sketch, what's up, man?
I thought you did good because I thought it would go different, but it was like he was kind of a tool, and tools are meant to be used. So you kind of used them to tell our history through his bullshit interpretation, giving it a little live truth in it, and you get to retell the story. So I gotta say, I kind of like the way you worked it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate
I was
that.
upset that they didn't actually get the pee in his mouth, though. I'll be honest.
We can work on that.
I could do without that.
You know the worst one was where he was like, "You put that phone call out of context." No, that's literally what happened.
You guys heard it.
That's the best Dave Chappelle song. Come on, pee on you. Everybody knows that song.
You did us a favor by just cutting it down. It's even worse when you see
the unedited version. The unedited version made Donnie look worse.
That's funny. All right, hold on. Fake Cecil. Sorry, you're not connected. I don't know who you are. Let me kick you out of here. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Soy Rage is here. Hello, Soy Rage.
How dare you, EVS? Did you see that man's beard? I wish Nasser could grow a beard like that. How dare you, using the G word and talking about PP? How dare you?
The weird thing was, like, when he brought up, like you say gay and retard, and that's like a real thing. Like, working in the comic book industry, there is a lot of language policing just in that like subculture. You're not allowed to say certain things, and certain words are verboten. And when I left, I just kind of went. The one smart, wonderful thing that Mark Waid ever said to me that I think is important is and Mark Waid, he is what he is.
He's a genius.
Right. He said, you can't put a price on your freedom to be able to say whatever you want to say. He's like, there's nothing anybody can pay me that's going to take that away from me. And at the time I was just kind of like, but that was, you're using this stuff. But then again, I mean, it is so true. There's something about being free. When I said to what's his name? Taylor, I said, I don't expect to ever go back. I don't expect to ever go back, and there are a few reasons why. One of them is I feel like, the corporations exploit creative people. I've been, like, sort of born again as somebody who actually cares more about creative people than I do about Spider-Man. So there's that. But the second thing is the culture of this restrictive sort of thing. I don't want people to be able to say, you said something was gay, so therefore, you're going to get fired ever again. I'm too old for that. He's like, you're going on 50 years old and you want to say gay and retard? And it's like, yeah, haven't I earned it? I think that's kind of the point. 100. Yeah, it's like, but it's like, I'm an adult. Like, I don't want to have to answer to children about, like, what words you're allowed to say, for God's sake.
And honestly, what's worse, saying gay retard or being a gay retard? That's what moist is all about.
Moist.
That's what the humidity was high with that one.
Yeah. I'm offended at the concept that anybody think I would be offended by words. You can't say, "Oh, I'm offended for the Latinos." Bitch, we don't get hurt by words, motherfucker. You trying to say Latinos get hurt by words? You trying to say black people get hurt by words? Why are you putting us down there like we that fucking weak?
Well, when they use Latinx, that's when they get a little bit offended.
People. Is it Latinx or Latinx? I'm still not sure on that.
You can have the Latwinks. You can be the Latwinks.
All of that sums up everything that was wrong with tonight. These SJWs have commandeered the English language and twisted it to mean different from what the rest of us normal people think it means. So our boy was just simply spouting his word salad and hoping that it would stick.
He was a hostile dictionary.
Yeah, he was doing everything he could to keep the conversation away from the validity of CG. You know what I mean? He's dancing around it the whole time.
That guy with is that a Brooklyn accent? I don't know. I'm gonna probably butcher that. He sounds like I don't know if you guys ever watched Sex in the City. Miranda's baby daddy, Brody. Fuck, I'm blanking on his name. He sounds like him. He's from the same part. What accent is that? Cecil would know instantly.
Witness.
Nobody can make jokes online anymore. No more jokes.
You're a bad person because you use bad words.
Crazy Warlock, thanks for being in here, brother. I'm going to let you go.
I think they want the inside.
And then Robo Hector, too. I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you, pal. All right.
I think he was one of the most hostile witnesses. He didn't want anything outside of his agenda being spoken. So you couldn't sway him with no matter what you was saying.
Yeah, that's a lot of straw man.
Matlock. I got you now.
It was constant straw man.
You're not responsible for everybody.
It was
You're responsible for YouTube content and for pleasing the algorithm, for Cyberfrog. We're all grown people. You're not responsible for people's actions outside.
That's what I didn't like either. I was blaming it all on you. Yeah,
you're not taking us off your taxes. Come on.
No, Ethan is our Papa Smurf.
No, the one thing that he did that was like a crazy piece of propaganda. He was like, the reason why these people will never be accepted back in comics again is because they're associating with you. It's you. And I went, but I'm helping them succeed. That's a warning. I mean, that believe me, that one little piece of dialogue that got added at the end of it, that's a warning to people in the hopes that Comicsgate.
Yeah, hey, any of you that are on the fence, don't lean this way.
You fucker, you. Let me see. Jennifer Grover says, Uncle E, I don't mean to be bossing you, but please read the rest of the super chats. Oh, I will. I just want to spend a little bit of time with the chat. I got some time to do this, and I put the link out there, and it's just full of
yeah, I'm gonna bounce these. I just want to get in. Have a good night. You did a good job, brother.
Thank you, Doc Blaylock. Have a good one, brother.
You too.
All right, let me see here.
As far as Comicsgate is concerned, I'm almost 60, and I'm not a Republican. I'm not Christian, and I'm not white. So Comicsgate has given me the opportunity to draw my own book and put it out there without having to worry about somebody taking my characters and not getting paid for them. And once I leave, they're not mine to control anymore. So I'm coming out with my own, and it's because of you guys. I saw you guys a few years ago. I always say I'm not Comicsgate. Comicsgate is me. Because once I saw it, I've already believed in all of these things before I even met you guys, before I even know who you were. So this is the third time that you invited me, or you let me on, and I appreciate it. So
thank you, Monstrosities X. Great to hear from you.
Keep looking for Mike. I'm gonna bring it out.
Looking forward to it.
All right, let's. I want to hear from Mark Yoon. How are you?
Hey, Ethan, how you doing? It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
I just wanted to say that there was a lot of like conflation and strawman arguments that were thrown in there, and the thing that I don't like that's conflated the most is whenever I see somebody who's anti-Comicsgate or somebody who like hates Comicsgate for whatever reason, the first thing that they tend to say is like, well, it's all a bunch of like racist, like alt-right Nazis that are just trying to combine together to attack like people of color. And what I like most about Comicsgate is that like there's people from all walks of life that are a part of it, and we don't go over and really attack people without like provocation or being attacked first. You know, because I've talked to you before, I'm a liberal. Like I'm on the left, lifelong liberal. And though I may not like always agree with certain politics that like my peers will share, I think that it's important to not have like a zone where everybody thinks the same, because like when you have that kind of zone, we're just going to keep repeating the same things over and over again. But all he was doing was conflation. He was straight up saying like, well, you do this. And then when you're saying, well, show me examples, he would give you a singular anecdote and say, but then say it's part of the entire.
I'm not sure what this part of your eyebrow looks like, Mostaverse, because it wasn't in the picture. It's fine. You don't have to send me one. I think I estimated pretty well. But I'm almost done. I'll be done in like 1 second. What do you think? Do you like it? I hope you like it. I really like it. I'll make the time-lapse video in a moment and post it. But we can keep listening to this. But what do you think? Do you like it? I do like it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Let me stop the video. I think it came out pretty well. Ugh, my tummy still hurts. I should have grabbed like soda to let me take a photo. Okay. I'll keep playing this while I edit this video together.
And that you are the embodiment, and that if we don't get jobs, it's not our fault or the Big Two's fault for, you know, having some kind of agenda against us. It's the fact that you are, you know, our idol, right? Like you're our ray of shining sunbeam. And I just don't like how whenever you would say something, give him a point, he wouldn't acknowledge your point. If this is supposed to be a debate, he would just sit back and like be like, oh, I can't believe he just said that. Like it was a constant trigger. Like all I saw was triggers constantly going off, like he was getting exploded by constant jabs, and just kept attacking you by saying that you're the one doing that to him, but all he's doing was attacking you and attacking Comicsgate as a whole, which is attacking me, attacking everybody else in this chat. And that's assuming that we all stand for the same things, or we all come from the same walks of life, or that we all represent the same thing. We just love making freaking comics, and we don't want to shove politics down people's face. Like, that's all it is. And the numbers will speak for themselves. And I also don't think the numbers is that big of a deal, because if you're telling me that I work with Ethan, or I work with Polton, or I work with Malin, that means that I'm not, like, viable in your company. You're making a decision about me. I'm not making a decision about you. You're automatically putting me in a box. And isn't that what you think that, like, isn't that what they say that, like, we do? Like, you say that, like, all people of color are this, or all generalities and, you know, all of that. But they do the same thing right back, and it's just constant conflation, and it makes me sick and tired of it. But anyway, thank you for having me on.
Mark, I shove stuff in Nasser's face all the time, and he doesn't complain.
Yes. See you later, Mark. All right, Soy Rage, do you have a final statement?
Yes. Respect his pronouns, Ethan. It's they, them, you know, and be nice to these soy boys. You know, they can't help themselves. Bye, folks. Bye, everybody in the chat. You have a...
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off too. I'm sure you got a bunch of people trying to get on. I mean, it went well, all things considered. You can tell he was just clearly trying to keep the conversation away from anything but the validity of CG, which is why, he was there. He was living and dying by, his numbers. So, but yeah, no, I think it was all right. And, it was fun to watch.
Cool. Very
Thanks
cool.
for having me on.
Lord Crackhead. Man.
I mean,
Have a good one, guys.
All right, take care.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Did any of you guys read or watch the movie 1984 from Orwell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like we're in the prequel. Even with the Brexit thing turning like Britain into Airstrip 1, it feels like that's what it's rolling into. Like you can't think, everything is watching. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch it. It feels like the prequel to that a little bit. I don't know if it's just me. You guys, what do you think?
A little bit. I think a lot of people have said stuff like that.
I mean, we could pull out of it, but that's what it's like. Oh, it's headed that way. It's not good.
All right, I'm gonna Peter Gilmore. I'm sorry. Do you have let me go through you guys.
I was just gonna say that he was just trying to get a win on anything, and even bringing up like sales figures of comics. I mean, come on. What's that about?
He's trying to say the comic book industry is fine. It's just going to be fine.
Yeah,
and it's good. It's like that'd be just fine too.
Yeah. I do have to comment from Mandy. She did say that you kicked his ass.
Oh, well, thank you, Mandy, and thank you, Peter. We'll see you guys later. All right, let me see. We got U.S. Dutch Kitty. How are you?
Hello, sir. I just wanted to say that, yeah, absolutely, you wiped the floor with them. The one thing that really got me that you stunned him for a moment was the whole Tamaki thing of saying, wait a minute, I didn't call her ugly. You did.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like frumpy and all those other words. And it's like, no, Ethan didn't call her ugly.
Well, I may have, to be honest with you. I don't remember. I did not watch that video, and I don't remember what I said, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
In Taylor's defense, he was right. She's not very attractive.
Well, and the whole thing of
where's Annette? I'm over here. I'm editing the time lapse video.
Okay, I may not be a size 2, but I would never make a comic and put myself directly as I am in a comic or anything as myself. No, that's not what comics are about. I don't want to see exactly me. I want to see the idealized version. I want to see babes with, what we see in comics. It's like Heather Swain. It's like, why I love Heather Swain? For one thing, she shares my name. It was like, oh, that's my first thing that got me into Cyberfog was the name Heather. I was like, I must know.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and of course I ordered her figure. But yeah, just that whole argument, and you could tell he was trying to do those gotcha moments the entire time.
Well, that was, of course. We knew that's what that was going to be. You had 3 weeks to prepare and that was important. I want to introduce you to my little brother. Not that one. No, this one. Here's Josiah. Hi, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, E? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, thanks. Taylor was right. Moon Knight sells well, and so does Venom, so therefore SJW comics are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Also, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, those are like mainstream comics that contain zero politics. So,
Yeah. Also, you called me gay and retarded for a long time, man. That's really mean.
Yeah, I know. I gotta stop. At some point, he's like, when are you gonna grow? You're 50. I'm like, look at where I sit. Does it look like I'm gonna grow up anytime soon?
You're surrounded by your toys and pictures that you've drawn. You should grow up now.
Hold on a second. We got a bunch of super chats. V Jordan says, Uncle E, oh my God, we got so many super chats. Uncle E, our Pied Piper, LOL, Hail Comicsgate mods in chat. Thank you, V Jordan. Glow in the Dark is back with another $10 super chat. He says, sorry for more of my Spicer chats. Guy triggered me. The biggest problem I have with Taylor is Comicsgate has all the responsibility to be kind people, but our opponents have no responsibility to be kind. Yeah, that is JVS. That's you, Josiah.
I figured.
Yeah, JVS. Wow, we got another huge super chat here. I don't know. I guess.
Ethan's brother sounds nothing like him.
Growling too. Can you hear that?
A little bit.
I'm starving. I ate. Here's what I ate today. I ate like 2 hard-boiled eggs, and Andrea made some beautiful chicken legs. They're in the fridge waiting for me, but I haven't gotten to them yet. All right, let me see. We got a super chat from Andino Caligula Palacio. Taylor, it's $50. He says Taylor has more of an issue with Ethan and Comicsgate than various pros in the industry, calling fans racist, etc., trying to cancel top-tier talent, seeking refuge in Substack. Taylor's not smart nor intelligent. He's a satire of ignorance. Well, thank you very much. I feel like I read that one already. I don't know what's going on. That showed up on my iPad. Josiah, overall, what was your impression of the whole debate? Like, where do you think we were gotten? Where do you think we got?
I mean, you got when you agreed to have a debate with somebody who wasn't actually interested in debating what the topic was supposed to be, the validity of Comicsgate. It's the guy who's like, hey, here's all the things that you've done wrong in our eyes, and therefore anything that you are associated with is also, therefore, by association, also crap.
I'm going to nitpick everything that I can think of and write down, and that's why it takes me 3 weeks to get that gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is Comicsgate a necessary force, in entertainment today? That's those are the points that should be discussed. Not, well, didn't you tell somebody to kill himself once?
Once?
Yeah, you told me to kill myself a bunch of times too, Ethan.
I mean, the whole thing was this. It was structured so that it was like, you have said mean things, you are a bad person, and therefore the reason why Comicsgate isn't valid is because you're associated with it. That was the summation. That was what, this was meant to be. And again, it was a warning to other comic book professionals not to associate with it, not because it's Comicsgate, but because I'm associated with it, and being a part of Comicsgate would mean associating with me, which is, I would think that's the reason why you would want to be Comicsgate, was to associate with me, Josiah.
Yeah, I guess that's the main attraction right there. Getting to hang out with me.
All right, let me see. We got a couple more people. Is this the real? Okay, see you later, Josiah.
See you, man.
Is this the real Matt Jarbo, or is this a fake Matt Jarbo?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, please let it be real.
You think it is?
Oh, God. Is it?
Is this the real Matt Jarbo, or?
Oh, you gotta get that off the screen.
All right. That happens on other people's shows, too. Thank you very much. It was very tempting.
It's about a buoy.
I'm right here, Steven. I'm editing the time-lapse video. I recorded the painting part, too. Mixing the paint.
That's all I heard. It was just him doing a
Yeah, I can have my hands right here so you guys can see. You guys want to see me?
Garbage. By the way, how come you didn't want to talk about King Spawn selling 500K copies? How about that? He's going on. Yeah, well, why is he going on about 100K? Who gives a shit? Look at what Spawn's selling.
Right.
I mean, this is just. I'm just so tired of this with these people. And who is he to be the moral judge of anybody? It's like he's trying to tell you what to say and all this. I'm just so tired of this. Am I the only one who's had enough of these people? I'm just so sick of these people.
See, it is guys like that is the reason why I'm single, because I do not want to be around that at
You hear
all.
that, U.S. Dutch Kitty is single, guys. All right,
Yeah, you don't want to be like your Dutch Kitty?
Here's the 20-pound super chat from Darth Cerebus. Hi, Uncle E. Just back cold day, ID 18. Just back cold day. Oh, Snowman, a cold day in hell. I can't wait. It looks awesome. Also, would you consider doing trading card sets in the future with chase cards and stuff? That'd be super cool. Hope you and yours are keeping well. Yeah, why not?
Well, okay, just to answer her.
Thank you.
No, it was that nitpicky of like, I'm going to, he sounded like a woman arguing with a man. That's exactly what I
like giving him a tampon.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, this this is why I'm here, because I don't want to be around men that act like women.
What I liked is that it made their side look terrible and gave you a chance to retell all their stupid accusations.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I didn't even begin to, get into. I wanted to talk about what cancel culture actually feels like and what it is to actually go through that from the inside. But
go for it.
I'm on this. No, I mean, I'll do that another time on another stream. But I'm on this kick right now about what's going on with Superman, because I really feel like that's important.
That's not reading DC too, man.
Yeah, I read about that and I just feel bad about it. I just feel like, imagine that kind of frustration, that it's like, you've sold your rights away to DC Comics, like something that belongs to your family. I mean, Superman should belong to the Siegel and Schuster family. And no, it belongs to a major corporation that's paying them peanuts and giving them a hard time. Those families should be billionaires. They really should. Superman generated $500 million in the last 5 years in terms of movie ticket sales, product, all that stuff. And these guys are sitting there, they're getting paid $25,000 a month from DC.
It's so easy to make them comfortable, because it's just to make someone comfortable. I'm not talking like I'm making you the ultra mega millionaire of the, I'm not but just to make someone comfortable. It's something easy to do for these corporations. And they want how much? 25?
Yeah, I'm just going to post this on Twitter first so you guys can go look at it if you want. It's taking forever on Instagram.
Therapy. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Nice to be here.
See ya.
Ethan, did you see the Flashcast episode where he read the Starfire book and he showed the whole book?
No. I didn't.
Well, like it was story time?
Well, the whole book is her eating cake, being angry about a lesbian crush, and telling the mom to screw up. That's the whole book. I kid you not.
Yeah, but it ends well, doesn't it? It ends with her being like, "Oh, maybe my mom is okay." Well,
and there's another one.
And her hair.
What I remember is she flies off or something. I have to watch it again, but that's what I remember at the end. She was flying or something. It was just garbage. I don't know how Flash can sit through that.
And that's not that.
Oh, well, hold on, Vanessa. I'm excited that you're here.
It's not that woman's first insert either.
Wait, hold on. U.S. Dutch Kitty, thanks for being here. I'll see you later.
Oh, just real quick.
Yes.
Thank you for the hoodies that you gave for my brother with cancer.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I just want to say that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care, Heather.
And Andrea.
All right, let me see. R. Bruggeman, thanks for being here. Did you say what you wanted to say?
Oh, I said plenty. I'm just going to say have a beautiful night. I'm going to go walk the dogs in my all-caps jersey and then come back, watch the rest of the show.
Okay,
all right.
Cool. Take care.
Yeah, it's not every day you get set up next to a C word.
Naked Fame.
Right,
You
Vanessa,
can call me Naked Fame for the project. Okay, thank you.
My favorite cast member on the chat show. Which
God. Don't say that.
Well, you are. I watched that show for you.
God, you. Sorry, man.
Yeah, and it's oh my God, a lot of people are coming in here. Hold on, but you are my favorite, and I want to know what you thought of that, because you have spicy takes about just about everything. So,
well, I mean, this happens to you all the time, Ethan. When you offer to try to have a conversation, and I don't know if it's because of the use of the word debate, but these your other side, the opponent, for lack of a better word, they never come, to talk, to explore your point of view from, an actual place of good faith. It's always like, you're definitely wrong, I'm right, and I got my evidence. I have my 25 billion
Mostaverse, it's up on Twitter right now if you want to check it out.
You put your all caps ball cap on, and you're just like, hey, I probably have some screenshots that have been banked up over the, almost 4 years of bullshit that you had to take?
Yeah. Let me tell you what to say and how to talk. You need to do this. No, I don't.
Well, for him, he wasn't in it. Ethan was in the, people come into Comicsgate at various points of time, right? And it's funny when you have your own memory of shit happening. Like, for example, Donald Trump. There used to be the thing, during his president, Donald Trump hates black people. I'm old enough to remember the 90s. He was in every other rap song that came out in that decade. Mm-hmm. His whole thing was ridiculous. And like Heather said, like, it was like a man arguing with a woman, but you hurt their feelings. Does the feelings affect the damn bank account? Do these people still have jobs?
Yeah, like my thing is to, when in preparing for this debate, which I did very little of. I just thought of a couple of things that I felt like I wanted to say. But my thing was to actually kind of think like, okay, first of all, how everyone experiences the same event is different. So, for SJWs, it's like, for people, not the SJW, fuck them, but for the people who actually witnessed,
it's posting on Instagram as we speak.
Comicsgate in some way, have a bad opinion about it, or saw something they didn't like.
It's loading.
Kind of put loading. In their shoes and go, okay, so how did they experience what happened versus how I experienced it? Like how I experienced my cancellation informs everything else that I do.
There we go.
So
I think it's up.
Be the same again. The person
there we go. It's up. It's up. I'll play it.
When I was drawn.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. Ethan's talking on his debate, and we can go watch it. Let's go watch it. And Mostaverse, I totally forgot what type of leafing you want. I need to write it down. Good night, everyone. Anna, don't forget Lethal Lightning in less than 7 hours. Yes. I will be there. Let me let me find it on Twitter. Okay, here we go. The fuck? Oh my god, no! Did it really just do that? Dang it, I lost my spot again. Well, that sucks. Naked Fame, thanks for Anna. I got the freckles on my eyes. I'm number 73. Oh, let me look at it. Let me go look at my folder. Number 73. Oh, yeah. You actually look a lot like Drunk 3PO. Actually, like your eyebrow and the shape of your eye. At first I was like, is this Drunk 3PO's eye? All right. Let's see. What did you say in your super chat? Let me read it. And I got freckles on my eye, number 70. Can I get bumped up? I'll give you another super chat to make the politics stop. Well, it stopped now, but let's see. Oh crap, I was too late. What happened? There's no stream that Anna does not mess something up. What did I do? What happened? Can you guys not hear me? Let me see. What's wrong? What did I mess up? I don't know. It was removed from Insta. Fuck. All right, well, I read the Ethan stream. Or I listened to it. I'll finish listening to it later because I get you guys do not like it. So this is it. Let me move this off. So here it is up on Twitter. So I have the paint mixing too for this. I can't have that on Instagram because then it wants to make like an Instagram video or an Instagram like long video, and I don't like the way that looks on my timeline. So I'm just gonna post this here. Those people went into politics a little bit. Yeah, I just wanted to hear what happened on it, but I did finish the debate. So let's watch this so you guys can see. So these are all the different colors that go into the eye. Yeah, look at that paint. So here you guys go. All of it. Yeah. It's back on Insta. Yeah, it's on Insta now. I was having problems with it. I can put the links for it in the chat. I've been at this for 3 hours. I spent a little bit longer on this than usual. I think it's because I was like listening to that stream. Let's see. Also, he had like a bunch of interesting colors around his eyes. I think it's because so he has a yellow tint to his skin. I'm the same way. My skin is more like of an olive color, but there was cool lighting, so you have to work with it differently. But so yeah, there you guys go. There's the video. If you guys want to go check this out, it's up on my art Twitter. So there you guys go. Let me get my art Insta. So here, look at, I have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. Look at that. I like it. So I did Inktober last October. So I have like a bunch of, how many rows do I have? Let's count. I need to finish this R2-D2 painting. I never finished it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows for Inktober. I should have known that because it's 333. It's just fun. It's fun to go back through and see everything. It's gonna be so long. So I'm on number 14. Oh my goodness. 14 out of 200, guys. Let's see. So that was brown. Dan said his eyes are brown, but his eyes look green in the photo, but I just went with hazel. So that's green, blue, green, blue, 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 brown, brown. Well, he had 2 different colors. He has a blue eye and a brown eye. Blue, brown, green, brown. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Jeez. Yay! More eyes. All of the eyes. So yeah, go check this out on the Instagrams. This one doesn't have the paint mixing. Let's see. Here you go. 14 is also my birthday. Laugh my ass off. Nice. Oh, nice. 31 days in October and I missed one. No. Look there. I was talking about Rose. I did every fucking day. See, there she is. That's number 31. Day 31, Halloween, and I did like she's at a Halloween ball, like a masquerade ball. See? Halloween. I did it. I did all of them. Bitches. I think that I really liked this one. I messed up right, like this area, like right there. I messed it up. I shouldn't have gone so far in with the black. This, I came up with a backstory for all of these characters because if you guys can like see, it's like things. So her story was, I don't know if you guys ever remember the story, The Secret Garden, but the chick's going and living in the house and she's like, what fuck, I haven't watched this movie in a long time, but basically what I was thinking of is that, so she's like some kind of like princess or duchess or something, but there's something like, I made her hands like very unnatural looking. I used my hands to model with them, but my thing is like, she can only really use this hand, but there's something like wrong with her. Like she has like birth defects. That's why she wears like, even though this is a night dress, she wears this like cloak thing over her hands. And so I tried to like show that. But so yeah, I was trying to make like cool backstories with each one of these characters. But yeah. Yeah. The person that made it, I don't know, this is some drink. And I was like, all right, this chick's in advertising. I guess she's a model. But yeah, I liked this one, the fairy. That one I liked. I didn't think I was going to like it. This one I also thought was funny because it was pumpkin spice. This one I regret making her dress green. But I was trying to like keep it versatile, you know? But yeah. So there we go. There's all my eyes so far. I feel like I should do something else, like painting or something, but did I get invited on a stream? We'll see. Did I get an invite to something? Maybe I'll go hang out and then paint again later. Do I have links to anything? I don't, motherfuckers. All right, I guess I'll paint again. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, I did. I did get a link for something. I don't know if that stream is still going. Let me check. But yeah, I'm going to be on whatchamacall, I'm going to be on Lethal Lightning stream tomorrow for the full Aussie, which is going to be fun. Lots and lots of fun. Do the thug thing. Get some sleep. I slept like all day, so I don't really need more sleep. I woke up at like 2 p.m. because I stayed up all night last night, and then I was schmammered. Go on Chains. Yeah, that's the one that I have the link for. Let me go see if it's cool. UBS cord. Oh, yeah, Ethan's on there. All right. I want to go talk to him about this debate. So I'm going to go over there. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you are not subscribed, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Leave me a comment, please. It really helps. Mostaverse, I cannot remember for the, I can go check the, if you can just tell me right now, I'll write it down. Mostaverse, what kind of leafing do you want? I'll write it down right now. But everyone, after the stream is over, can you guys let me know, like leave me a comment in the comment section. It really helps. Let's see, but I'll be over on Shane's channel. So if you guys go over to Talking and Drawing with Shane Davis, I'll be over there. Gold leafing. Okay, do you want the shiny one or the vintage one? I think that the shiny one would look better, but it's up to you. I'll put the link. This is the stream that I'm going over to. So go say Anna Raid. Vintage. Okay, I'll write that down. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys over there. Bye.